Alrighty, welcome to another week. It is November 23rd, 2020. I'm excited to be here with you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Whether you're listening to this live or you're listening to the recording, I am very grateful for your time and attention. I promise you, I'm going to bring you the energy, the information that's going to help you to change your mindset and also empower you to have an amazing week. I know that we have, Thanksgiving coming up. So happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. But just keep in mind that, during these days, reach out to the people in your life, the people you love, the people that you sold properties to, the people that have been your customers, your loyal customers, the year over year, just reach out to them and let them know how grateful you are for them blessing you with the opportunity to bless them, right? So I think it's a great opportunity to do that, to catch up on, maybe you haven't had a conversation with a lot of them. So just go ahead and do that. I think it's a great way to, to have this week, unfold. And, an attitude of gratitude is everything, right? When you are grateful, then you automatically magnetize amazing things into your life. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and step into the meeting here. So the intention is to empower you to be inspired and resourceful to be the greatest benefit to everyone. Let's grow, right? That's the week, every single week. So this is the talk that I prepared for you today. Whatever you are against, you are feeding. What do I mean by that? Well, there's a lot of changes right now that are going on around the world. There's a lot of things that are not working the way that we want it to. There's a lot of, people in leadership or whatever you look at. There's so many things that you could focus on 2020 that you could be completely outraged, angry, upset. You could be against it. You could be, maybe depressed. There's so many emotions that you may be experiencing. Your thoughts may be there. Your feelings might be there. Your interactions with other people might be there. But I want you to know this, that whatever you're against, whatever you're putting your attention, whatever you're using your mind for, you're feeding it. So I want you to think about it like that. If you were feeding something every single day, what's going to happen to that something? It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, right? It's like if every single thing that you're against, or whatever you put your attention on, it's like a it's like a stone. It's like a piece of stone. So every single time that you complain, that you feed it, it's like you're adding another piece of stone into the bag, another piece of stone into the bag, and another piece of stone into the bag. Before you know it, you're carrying around this massive bag with a ton of stones, and you have all of this weight. And then what happens is that your body starts to feel it. You start to then experience more frustration and more pain. So the thing is that when you keep adding weight to yourself, keep adding stones, keep feeding it, then you're not creating what it is that you want, right? What it is it, just be honest with yourself and authentic with yourself. What is it that you want to see out there? At least for me, I want peace. I want abundance. I want collaboration. I want love. I want people to be in harmony. I want to synergize with other people. So what I do and my mindset is, let me stand for what I want, right? I want world peace. I am standing for world peace. I'm standing for love. I'm standing for contribution. I'm standing for authenticity and fairness, and for collaboration, for people to, work together as a human race, because we're all one human race. We're not just, these separate bodies that we see on the screens all the time or we see in person, where there's no separation between you and I. We're all one organism and a human race on this earth, on this planet that we call Earth, right? So I stand for those things, and it doesn't mean that I have to go against, anything you want to say. It could be the government, it could be the president, it could be politics, whatever it is. You could be against something, but just understand that you're feeding it. So the future generations are going to understand this, that your mind and your attention and your energy has to flow for what it is what you want to create. So you got to ask yourself, if something is triggering you, like something is causing you pain and frustration and anger. So you got to understand that. I'm like, what? Forgive yourself and forgive whatever it is that you're upset at, or whoever you're upset at, and forgive. Have compassion. because compassion, I think, is going to be the great way for you to start to let go of all these things that are holding you down that you continuously keep feeding. Look, if I really believed, and this, you could do this research on your own. Look at the research. If I believed that going against something would create the outcome, then I would say go all in on that, because I'm all about going all in, being proactive, taking action. But if what you're focusing on is feeding what you don't want, then that doesn't make any sense, right? And we don't got to go any further than the reticular activating system, the RAS in the brain, right? When you pay attention and you say, man, I want a red Lamborghini, right? You might have not ever seen a red Lamborghini, but all of a sudden your brain is looking for a red Lamborghini. The reticular activating system is now seeking, right? You might see a picture, you might see it in the magazine, you might have it roll up right next to you on the freeway. You start to see it because whatever you feed, the mind is going to start to look for it. It's going to create more of it, right? So if you constantly keep feeding anger and against and against and against, you're going to bump into people and situations and circumstances all the time that you're going to be bumping against angry people. You're going to cause that resistance everywhere you go. So I encourage you that ask yourself what it is that you want. Do you want more love, peace, fairness, collaboration? What is it for you? What is it that you really do truly desire? And stand for that and be an embodiment of that, because you can't say you want that and then be a complete opposite of what you preach. One of the reasons why I'm vegan is because I stand for world peace. And I truly stand for world peace, because when I say I'm standing for world peace, then I cannot have my diet and every other action in my lifestyle be a direct opposite of what I preach. So if you want power in your life, if you're interested in creating things in your life, then you have to match your words and your voice with what it is that you stand for. You got to be an embodiment of it. You got to live what you preach, right? If you say, you know what, I want peace, that means that when your kids, your significant other, or that transaction is going to the wayside, when you're standing for peace and then you act with anger and frustration, and you start to like really attack somebody, are you being peaceful? Are you really standing for peace? Because understand this, you cannot attack somebody and criticize somebody and judge somebody and hurt somebody and expect to have peace. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm encouraging you to look for yourself where it is that you have areas in your life that are taking away your peace, and understand and actually write down what it is that you stand for. Write it all out and look at your life and see if you're actually living those principles. Because if you're not, stop saying that you're standing for a certain, cause. Because if your life doesn't mirror what you're standing for and what you preach, then stop being a hypocrite. Stop saying that, because it really doesn't make any sense, right? You can't say, I am for peace and be angry as heck at the world. You just can't do that. All right. That's it. That's what I want to say. Whatever you're against, you are feeding. So next time that you're angry and you're upset, understand that you're whatever you're against, that thing or that person is winning. So congratulations. All right. So besides this conversation, the fastest way for you to get into a place of contribution is to be in a place of gratitude. So make sure that you're grateful for what you have. Have compassion for other people, because you never know what the other person is going through. If somebody cuts you off in traffic, you don't know if that person is rushing to the hospital. You don't know. That person might have been distracted. Nobody is perfect. You are not perfect. I am not perfect. Nobody is perfect. So let's have compassion. All right. Let's spread some more love, because that's what we need right now. We need people. We need heart warriors to stand up. We don't need any of this stuff like to rebel against and to be against the war on drugs. That's caused way more drugs and way more pain and way more harm than ever. Again, whatever you're against, you're feeding. That's the talk for today. So the weekly market update, what happened in real estate? So LA, San Bernardino, Orange County, Riverside County. I'm going to talk specifically today about the close, right? Because I want to show you what closed in the 1 week. So November 16th to the 23rd, 7 days. This is what happened. 1,400 homes sold in LA. Average price is $989,000, almost $1 million. Average days in the market is 27 days, and 1.4 billion closed in sales in 1 week in one county. Now let's look at San Bernardino. 593 homes, 462,000 average price, 26 days on the market on average. 273 million in production 1 week. Orange County, 726 homes, $950,000 average price, 33 days in the market. The volume is $690 million closed in Orange County. Now you got Riverside, 831 homes closed, 440 average is price, 34 days average days on the market, 440 million in production. That's only 4 counties. Now let's look at San Diego. 3,700 homes active. Now closed, 588 homes closed in 1 week, $836 million in volume, 18 days average days on the market, 586 million closed. Again, this is during November. This is during the holidays. This is when people are slowing down. So ask yourself, do you want to have the greatest year ever? Do you want to increase your business? Don't pay attention to the media. The media is going to tell you that the world is falling apart. You tune into it for 5 minutes and you feel depressed, you feel anger, you feel all this stuff. Stop feeding that. Feed your dreams. Feed what you want to see. Feed your goals. Feed your dream constantly every single day. So how many sales is that going to take? How many listings? How many buyers? Ask yourself that question, because over 3.5 billion in volume closed in 1 week. That's 3,500 homes. So a lot of opportunity. Expireds. This is another market. 353 homes expired off market last week. That's 1 week. That means that 353 homeowners need your help right now more than ever, especially because of COVID-19. Everybody needs to have a listing agent sell their home because of the guidelines, because of the PEDS. No buyer is just walking up to a house and calling the seller. There's so much liability right now. So more than ever, you are needed as a listing agent. So go after this market. 353 homeowners expired off market. Foreclosures, all the numbers are down in every county. The pre-foreclosure count is down in all 5 counties. And scheduled to sell, you've seen the numbers decrease week over week. This is why I do it every single week. San Diego County, we only have 23 that are still scheduled this month. Orange County, we have 27. LA, we got 175. San Bernardino County, we got 27. And Riverside, we got 33. They're still scheduled to sell. The numbers are always decreasing. That's a really good sign right now. That doesn't mean that it's going to stay like that forever, but this is why I'm doing it every single week, because we're going to start to notice as soon as pre-foreclosures start going up, and as soon as properties that are selling at auction start going up, and there's more scheduled to sell at auction, then that means that the market might be pivoting. I mean, it could be something like this. It could be interest rates go up. I mean, there could be so many things that impact the market, but foreclosures, at least for now, have no indicator that the market is shifting. EXP, we actually went up by $5 from last week. We're almost at $49 a share. 4806 to be exact. We're at over 38,000 agents all over the nation. We're at 4947 agents in California. We're about to hit the 5,000 agents. That's awesome, guys. We're doing amazing. So interest rates, 2.5% to 3.5%. Obviously, talk to your lender. Conventional, FHA, VA. You know, that might fluctuate depending on your credit score, but I mean, I actually saw somebody that was posting something like around 2.1, 2.2%. So make sure you get in conversation. This is the thing. There's so many opportunities right now because look, you're bringing people good news. Look, you want to sell your house, you're going to sell it for top dollar. You're going to sell it really fast. You want to refinance? Do you want to purchase a property? Yeah, interest rates are super low. They're practically giving away money. So look at the payment. What buyers are focusing on is like, what am I paying on a monthly basis? If somebody is renting, and they're paying the same thing that they would buying a property, then obviously it makes more sense to buy a property, right? This is not the time to over leverage. This is not the time to put anybody in a position where they're just like pushing themselves to the limit. But done correctly, everybody wins right now. Buyers win, sellers win, everybody wins. All right, that's the interest rates. So if you want to get on my calendar, just text the word calendar to the phone number on the screen. I have a couple of different time slots. So that means if you want to, get on the calendar, talk about some coaching, training, development, you just want to bounce off of some ideas, or maybe you have an agent or you're an agent that wants to speak about EXP, the biggest company on the planet right now and growing. Actually, it's not the biggest company on the planet yet, right? I just spoke into the future, but it's the fastest growing real estate company on the planet. So make sure you tune in on the calendar there. The upcoming events, we have the weekly market update. That's what's happening right now. We have Flow Mondays at 10 a.m. Role play, we have Tuesday, Wednesday, and I didn't cross off Thursday, but Thursday, actually the 26th, we're not doing role play, we're not doing sales training, and we're not doing the agent attraction class. So Tuesday, Wednesday, we're good. Friday, we're good, but not Thursday. Thursday, we're going to be shut down, celebrating with the family, eating a lot of food, hanging out. That's awesome. I'm really excited. So what are you going to create this week? How many listings? How many escrows? How many closings? How many agents are you going to track? Make sure you write a specific goal. And if you're not hitting your goals, that's because you're not taking any actions, or you're not taking enough actions, or you're not taking the right action. So if you're not getting the results, make sure you reach out, you connect with somebody you respect, and let them tell you what you're not doing. Because this is what happens when people want to succeed. The one thing that they have is resourcefulness. They're resourceful. You're looking for the answers. You're looking for the answers. So write down a number, what it is that you want to create. You're like, you know what? I want to sign 2 listings this week. I want to open up 2 escrows. I want to have 1 closed transaction. Whatever the case is, write it down. And you're probably thinking like, well, I don't know how I'm going to do that. Don't worry about the how. The how comes afterwards. Write out the goal. What is it that you want to do? That's going to inspire you. It's going to scare you. It's going to make you feel uncomfortable, and get it done. So who I am is the possibility of being present and joyful, right? I'm feeling a little joyful because it's Thanksgiving week. It's my dad's birthday tomorrow as well. So that's also amazing. So present and joyful, because the biggest gift that you can give to anybody is your presence. It's the ability to be in this moment and clear out all of the noise that's in the brain, because all the stuff that's going on in the brain, guys, it's not real. It's not real. It's fantasy. It's stuff that you're thinking about. The only thing that is real is this moment, this time that I'm talking to you. So I'm going to be present and I'm going to be joyful, right? Pick 2 words for yourself, whatever that is. So your focus today and every week, every day, is to create your day, follow your plan, keep yourself in an empowering state. And how do you do that, right? This is what I'm going to tell you guys. I'm not one to say you got to wake up at this time, but for sure, I know that when I wake up earlier than when I usually get up, that my days are better. My days are better. I feel like it's a quantum jump from stepping into a day being reactive to being proactive. And I feel like in flow, I feel at ease. I feel like everything is clicking and working because you got a head start. When you have a conversation with your customers, with anybody else, guess what? Your brain is warmed up already. You can't just hit the racetrack and race down. You gotta turn on the engine, warm it up. You know what I mean? You gotta check the oil levels. You gotta check tires to make sure they're good. You gotta check all that stuff out. And then by the time you get in the car, you're sitting down with confidence because you got everything in play. That's why you gotta wake up earlier, guys. Have integrity around your commitments, because the fastest way for you to create the stuff that you want in your life is to honor your agreements, right? If I say, I'm going to have 50 conversations every single day because I want 2 escrows a week. Perfect. The moment that you do that, eventually that result will show up. But what happens is that people do it for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days. They're like, oh my God, that didn't work because I don't have the 2 escrows yet. You only did it for a week. And then now all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, now I'm going to do something else. No, honor your agreement. Whatever strategy you're using, keep doing it. Do at least 30 conversations every single day. And if you don't have any business right now, do 50. You got no excuses. If you really want to make it in real estate, I mean, if you don't want to make it in real estate and you don't want to succeed at a high level, then don't do it. Don't lie to yourself, right? But if you really do, increase your conversations, because don't kid yourself. Don't pretend, oh, I gotta go do this website thing, or I gotta go do this other thing. I gotta go clean out my garage. I gotta go do this. I gotta go do that. No, you gotta build your business. Focus. So 2 or more social media posts, digital door knocking, use KV Core. Guys, you guys are seriously spoiled with EXP. You got training galore. You got collaboration galore. You got technology galore. If you're failing at this company and if you're not getting the goals that you want, it's nobody else's responsibility but yourself, because you got plenty of resources, especially here at EXP, especially with KV Core. I wish I had a freaking system like this when I started. I was doing open houses every day, borrowed signs, and I was doing that every single day. I didn't have a CRM. I had a notebook with a pen, and I would write down my stuff. And my follow-up system was my memory. I didn't even have a calendar back then. So, telling you, KV Core is like game changer. Be empathetic. See how you could be a resource to your customers, to the people. Again, reach out to the people that you've done business with, the people that you love. Let them know you appreciate them. That will create opportunities for you, I assure you. Exercise, push-ups, jumping jacks. Guys, I'm doing stairs. I'm doing cardio, like intense cardio every single day. Because what I find is that when I get on the court and I go into pain, because I feel pain when I'm running up those stairs, I'm like, oh my God, why the hell am I doing this? But I feel so good, right? That's where you got to get yourself up to. You got to get yourself to, like, you know what? I'm not going to listen to you, mind. I don't want to be just on the couch, just comfortable. I'm going to go out there and make myself uncomfortable so I can make some things happen. All right. Meditate for 10 minutes at least. Thank you for your time, and let's create an extraordinary week, guys. Peace.